Imagine you are a wedding photographer who shoots at least 500 pictures every weekend. You know how stressful and how difficult and how time consuming it is to professionally retouch those images. And also imagine you're a portrait photographer or a professional retoucher and a client gives you this kind of image to retouch using Photoshop. You know how long it's going to take you to retouch this kind of picture inside of Photoshop. But with this application, you can get professional high-end scale retouching like this, as you can see on your screen right now, in just few minutes. And the best part is you can actually sync and apply your retouch to as many images as you want. And you can also save your retouching as a preset and later apply it to another image if you want that. And the name of this application is called the Evoto AI. So let's say you shoot a wedding and you just make a few adjustments to this image. So I'm just going to make a few adjustments right here. I'm going to move the focus and the acne on the face like this. And so I'm going to scroll the way down to skin retouching and just smooth face skin with dodge and burn. I'm going to click on this dodge and burn right here. I'm just going to do the micro dodge and burn for me. So if I zoom in, let's go 100%. Let me show you the before and after. So you can see the before and after. The before and the after. Just look at the skin right here. The before and the after. You can see they are still looking natural and they are looking really, really good. So let's say I want to apply it to 100 images or all the images I shot from that particular wedding. All I have to do is either select all by pressing on Ctrl A on my keyboard or hold Ctrl and just select them one after the other like this. But to save time, I'm going to press on Ctrl A and then click on this sync right here. It's going to sync the color adjustment I made, the portrait retouching I made, and also if I made any background changes, it's going to sync all of them to all the images. So once I click on sync right here, it's just going to apply to all the images I selected. So as you can see right here, it said effect sync to 7 images because 7 images are selected. So imagine you have 100 images or 200 images. It's just going to sync your retouching just like that. So it saves you a lot of time as a wedding photographer and it gives you professional looking results. So if I just show you this image right here and I just zoom in, you are going to see the before and the after. The before and the after. You can see it did that effect to this image as well. So you can see the before and the after. And also for this image as well, just zoom in, you are going to see the effect, the before and the after. Also this one right here, if I just zoom in, you are going to see the effect, the before and the after. And this is just one of the many things this Evoto AI can actually do. You can actually use Evoto AI to get professional high-end skill retouching as a portrait or beauty photographer. You can use this AI to remove blemishes from your image like the freckles and acne. You can also do your micro dodge and burn with this AI. And not just that, you can actually change your background. You can do your background cleanup and you can also brighten your eyes. There are many things you can do with this AI. Let me not talk too much. Let me show you how you can actually use this AI to retouch a beauty shot or a portrait. I'm going to click on this home right here. And once you're on this home, if you want to add image to this Evoto AI, just click on create projects right here. And you can name your project any name you want. So I'm just going to rename this project test and click on save. And from here, you can choose to import individual image. You can choose to import folder if you want. So if you want to import, just click on this plus right here and just select any image you want. But I already import some image into this application. So I'm just going to click on home again. And first of all, click on this image right here. Once Evoto open, you are going to see this preset right here. I'm going to come back to this later. When you open this image in this application, it will automatically detect if the image is female, child, or elderly, or a male. So you can see right now the AI automatically detect this image as female. That's why the image open under the female tab right here. And we have the blemishes remover, we have the skin retouching, we have the facial reshape, we have the teeth touch up, we have the eyes touch up, and we have the makeup, and we have the full body reshape. I'm going to explain all these things in details as we go. So right here we have the color tab, which is our basic adjustment, and we have some filters right here. I'm also going to explain everything right here. And if you just come right here, face right here, which is the portrait retouching, this is where you can do all your portrait retouching. And also right here we have the background adjustment where you can work on your background. I'm going to explain that. And right here we have the crop tool where you can actually crop your image. So let's come back to this portrait retouch right here and just click on this blemishes remover. So for this image, I just want to remove the blemishes on this image and show you how amazing this AI actually is. So I'm going to click on this freckle or acne right here. I'm just going to bring the slider all the way to about 79 or 80 like this. And just going to remove the freckles like that. And if I zoom in, you are going to see how amazing this actually works. So you can see we still have the textures and the blemishes are no longer there. So this is the before and this is the after. The before and the after. You can see how amazing this really is. It's really really amazing. The before and the after. So that's for this first slider right here, which is this focal acne. So that's the function of it. So I'm just going to go back and also use another image right here to explain more. So for this same image right here, I'm just going to bring this focal slider up to remove the blemishes on the image. I think I'm going to take it all the way to 76. And it's just going to remove the blemishes, as you can see. And also you can click this face mode right here to remove any mole on the face. So I'm going to click on this face mode right here. I'm just going to remove any mole on the face. So if I zoom right here, you can see there was a mole right here. So if I just turn it off, you can see the mole are back. So if I turn it on, you can see the mole is no longer there. So you can choose to keep it if you want to keep the mole. But for me, I personally like to keep my retouching as natural as possible. So I'm going to uncheck this one to keep the mole right there. So under this blemishes remover, we have this face oily face. So if your model has a much oil on the face, you can just move this slider. It's going to remove those oily face. So the next slider we have right here is the face forehead wrinkles. So if there's any wrinkle on the forehead, you can just move this slider to remove the wrinkles. And also if there's eye wrinkles on the image, you can also move this eye wrinkle slider to remove the eye wrinkles from the eyes as well. This tab right here, I think it works for elderly people that has wrinkles on their face. The next slider right here is dark circles. So if I just zoom in on the eyes, you can see there are a lot of dark circles on this model eyes. So if I just move this slider right here, it's just going to remove those dark circles. So I'll move it all the way to 100. You can see those dark circles are no longer there. So this is the before and the after. You can see those dark circles are no longer there. So if I just bring the sliders back, you can see those dark circles are back. But if I take it all the way up, you can see those circles are no longer there. We've successfully removed those dark circles like that. The other side that we have right here is the smile line. So if you don't want those smile line, as you can see on this image right here, if you don't want those smile lines on this image, all you have to do is just move these smile lines up to way to 100. I'm going to remove those smile line. So if I take it all the way down like this, you can see the smile line. If I take it all the way up, you can see it has removed the smile line. But I want the smile line, so I'm not going to take it leave it in like let's say 28 works for me. I'm going to leave it 28. So let's say overall for after. This is the before and this is the after. So you can see the overall image is looking good right now. So if there is wrinkle on the neck, you can just move this neck wrinkle to remove wrinkles on the neck. And also if your model has double chin, you can use this double chin slider to remove double chin on your model or your subject or your client. And the next tab we have right here is the scale retouching. So for this scale retouching, we have the dodge and burn right here, which is really, really amazing. So for this dodge and burn, if I just move the slider all the way up like this, it will automatically do the micro dodge and burn for me. You know, doing micro dodge and burn takes a lot of time when doing it in Photoshop manually. But with this Evoto AI, all you have to do is just push your slider and it's just going to do your micro dodge and burn for you. So you can see, if I take it all the way down, you can before. And if I take it all the way up, you can see the after. It's really amazing. So let me use this image right here to explain the function of that dodge and burn so you can see it very well. So under the scale retouching, if I just move the dodge and burn slide, it's just going to make this image look really, really amazing. So you can see how amazing this image is looking just by moving the dodge and burn slider. So this is the before and this is the after. The before and the after. Let me zoom in so you can see. This is the before and this is the after. And the reason I love this AI so much is that it retains the textures, it keeps the textures on this image, and it's really, really, really amazing. I'm going to come back to this image right here. So the next slide that we have right here is this face smoothing. I'm not really going to use this face smoothing because if I use this face smoothing, it's just going to make the image look plastic. So if I just move it all the way to 50 or 65, it's just going to make the image look plastic like a doll, as you can see. So I don't really like it. So I'm not going to use this face smoothing. I'm just going to take it down to 0. This face smoothing as well is just going to make the image look flat, which we don't really like. So you can see if I just zoom in, you can see how flat the image is looking. It's making the image look like a door, so I don't really want that. So I'm going to leave it at 0. I'm not going to use it. And right here is the body smoothing. So let's just use this image right here for this body smoothing right here. So if I just zoom into the body and I just click on this body smoothing right here, it's just going to smooth the body. It's not going to affect the face. It's just going to affect only the body. So the face is going to be intact, but it's going to affect only the body. So this is the before and this is the after. But I feel it's too much. So I'm going to take it all the way down like that. So that's how you can use this body slider. So let's come back to this image right here. Now Next we have right here is this rosy complexion right here. So maybe you want to change the complexion of your model or your subject or your client. Just move this slider all the way up and you're just going to change the colors on the model. But I don't really want it like that, so I'm going to take it down to 0. And this one right here is the unified body complexion. So let's say you want to match the skin tone or the skin color of your subject. All you have to do is click on this unified body complexion and it's just going to match the colors right there. So let's use this image right here as an example. If I just move this unified body complexion, it's just going to match the colors right there. So you can see it's looking amazing. So back to this image. So I'm going to leave it like this. And also for this one right here, you can also change the skin color right here. So if I want the color to look a little bit darker, I can just click on this color right here. I'm just going to make the color a little bit darker like this. If I just zoom in, you can see the before. If I take it to none, you can see the way it was originally. If I move it to this one, you can see the way it is right now. If I want it to have that dark melanin skin tone, I can just move it to this one right here. It's just going to look a little bit darker. But I don't want that. And the good thing about this is that it has an amount. You can actually reduce the amount if you want or increase the amount if you want. So I'm going to reduce the amount for this particular image. So this is the before and this is the after. You can see where we started from and where we are right now. And you can choose to save the retouching as a preset. So I'm going to save this retouching I did for this image as a preset right now so I can apply it to another image. Preset test. After I rename it, I'm going to create a group. I'm going to rename this and just rename this group, let's say Teelens. So after I create the group, I'm going to select the group. And after I select the group, I'm going to click on save like this. And this retouching is going to save as preset and I can actually apply it to another image. So after saving that as a preset, let's say I want to apply it to this image right here. What I'm going to do is come to this preset right here. So once I click on it, it's going to show preset and I'm just going to scroll the way down to this Teelens, which is the group I just created. And this is the preset I created, which is this test. I'm going to click on apply and it's just going to apply it to so that I can adjust this preset. So I don't really like the colors I'm getting, but I like the retouching, but I don't like the colors. I just come to my screen retouching and just come to this color right here and just click on none. And it's going to remove that color from this image. So if I show the before after of this image, you can see how amazing it is. So this is the before and this is the after. It's looking natural and it's looking so good. So for this image, if I zoom in, you can see it has some wrinkles on the forehead. So I'm just going to come to this blemishes remover and come to this forehead wrinkle right here. Where is it? I'm going to come to this forehead wrinkle and just move the slider and it's just going to remove those wrinkles on the forehead. As you can see, I'm going to take it all the way to 100 and it's going to remove those wrinkles on the forehead. So if I just show you the before and after, you're going to see. So if I take it all the way down, you can see those wrinkles on the forehead. If I take it all the way to 100, you can see those wrinkles are no longer there. Also for the eye wrinkle, if I take it all the way to 100, you can see those wrinkles on the eyes now are no longer there. So this is the perfect image to actually explain it. So you can see right now, so if I just show you the before and the after, it's only the face that's retouched and it's looking so natural. I actually love this. So if I just show you the body right now, you can see the body is not retouched. So I'm going to come to this body retouch under this skin retouching and see the body smoothing right here. I'm just going to click on body smoothing. I'm just going to smooth only the body, is not going to affect the face like that. So if I just show you the overall before after, you can see this image is looking really good. You can see how amazing this actually is. So moving on, you can actually reshape face if you want. So you can see this face reshape right here. So if I just move it to this left side, you can see I'm moving the chin inside. If I move it to this side, I'm bringing it out like that. So you can also see this tempo right here. If I just move it, so just play with your sliders and just see which one works for you. So I'm just going to leave it at default. So this is where you can actually reshape your face more like the Legify inside of Photoshop. And not just face, you can actually do the eyebrows as well. You can just move the thickness, you can make it slimmer if you want. You can play with the distance if you want, like this. So you can just play with the distance. You can play with the tail if you want, like that. So just play with this and see what works for you. I'm just going to reset this. And not just that, you can still move the eyes, you can move the nose, you can move the mouth as well. There's a lot you can actually do with this AI. We have the teeth touch up right here. So you can actually whiten the teeth. So if I just move this slider all the way in like this, and it's just going to make the teeth bright. So if I just zoom in to the teeth and show you the before and after, you can see the teeth, the before and the after. And you can make it brighter. You can desaturate it to make it a little bit white if you want. So this is the before and this is the after. The before and the after. Just focus on the teeth. You can see it's looking white right now. The before and the after. And if you want pretty teeth, just click on this pretty teeth right here. It's just going to make the teeth pretty. So the before and the after. So that's how you can actually retouch the teeth with this Evoto AI. And moving on, we have the eyes as well. So if I just zoom in on the eyes, you can actually brighten the eyes. If I just move the slider all the way to 100, it's just going to brighten the eyes. As you can see, it's really, really amazing. The before and the after. Take a look at the eyes. The before and the after. And the other tab we have right here is the makeup tab. Under this makeup tab, you can do your global dodge and burn, which is the contour dodge and burn. So you can make the highlights a little bit brighter like that. And you can add contour, which is a shadow, to make it a little bit darker like that. So you can see, if I just show you the before and after, let me zoom in all the way down a little bit so you can see the before and after. So this is the before and this is the after. If you want it to be obvious, just take the highlights all the way to 100 and take the contour all the way to 100, and you're going to see that contour dodge and burn, or the global dodge and burn for this image. So you can see the before and the after. You can see how natural this is looking, and it's really, really amazing. And not just that, you can apply makeup to makeup preset. So if I just click on this makeup preset right here, you can change the overall makeup on the image. So you can see this is the default and this is the one I applied. Let's say I want to apply this makeup right here. I can just click on it and it's going to apply that makeup to this image. And not just that, you can also add eyelash to the image. So if I just zoom in, you can add different shade of eyelash to the image like that. And I'm just going to put it in default. And not just that, you can add contact lens to your image. So if I want this blue contact lens, I can just click on it. I'm going to add that blue contact lens to the image. You can see this AI is really amazing. This application is really, really amazing. You should get it. So I'm going to put it in default. And you can also add brush. You can also add lipstick. So if I want to add lipstick, let's say I want to change this lipstick to red, I can just click on it and it's just going to change this lipstick to red for me like that. So you can see it has changed to red. If I want to change it to pure red, I can click on this one. It's just to change to pure red. If I want to change it to blue, I can click on it, change to purple like that. So the function of this AI is limitless. There's a lot you can do with this AI. So let me show you the overall before and after of this image, where we started from and where we are right now. So this is the before, after, before, after. It's still looking natural and everything is intact. So this tab right here we have is full body reshape. So if you have an image that has full body, you can actually use this image right here to reshape the full body of your image right here. So that's for this tab right here. Now another important tab I'm going to be talking about is this background adjustment tab right here. So I'm going to be using this image right here. Example. So let's say I want to clean up this backdrop. So if I just zoom in, you can see there are a lot of roughness on this backdrop on the floor. So you can clean that up using this Evoto AI by just clicking on this clean background right here. I'm just going to clean those background and make it look seamless. As you can see, if I zoom right now, you are not going to see those roughness anymore. You can see the background is looking so clean. So if I take it all the way down, you can see it. So let me just zoom in a little bit. You can see it right here. So if I take it all the way to 100%, you can see they are no longer there. So the before and the after. And this doesn't work on just a solid background. You can also use it on the texture background by clicking on this non-solid background like that. And not just that, you can use this AI to remove color banding on the background. So if I just click on this color banding right here, it's just going to remove any color banding. But for this background right here, there's no color banding, so you're not going to see the effect. But you can actually do that with this AI right here. And another thing you can do is enhance the background. So let's say I want to make this background more beautiful. I can just click on this enhance right here and just going to make the background more smooth and more pleasant looking. So if I just show you the before and after for this background, everything we just did, you can see how amazing it is. So this is the before and this is the after. The before and the after. You can see how amazing it is. And not just that, you can actually change the background of your image. So let's say I want to remove the background. I can make it transparent by clicking on this transparent right here. I'm just going to remove the background for me right now. So it has removed the background for me. Or you can change the background to white. It's going to be pure white. You can change it to gray. It's going to turn to gray. Or you can add a texture background like that. You're going to add a texture background to your image like this. So you can see how amazing it is. It did a wonderful job changing this background. And there's a lot of background you can choose from. So just click on this show more like this. And it's just going to show you more background, and you have the variety of background to choose from. Okay, I like this blue, so let's leave it on this blue right here. This is looking amazing. And another thing you can do, you can just adjust the edge. So if I just zoom in, you can see the edge right here. If I just click on this adjust the edge, it's just going to adjust the edge so that to make the selection even more perfect. So just adjust the edge if you want to make the selection a little more perfect, but I'm going to leave mine in 0% because I feel the selection is perfect already. Now it don't just stop here. You can actually add your own background to the image. So just click on this yours right here. So once you click on yours, it's going to give you an option to drag a background to your image. So I'm going to click on this plus right here. Let's see if I have any overlays to use for this particular image. Let's just use this image right here as an example. So let's say this image is a background. I'm going to click on it and it's just going to load inside this Evoto software. And once I click on it, it's going to apply as a background for this image right here. So that's how you can actually change your background using this Evoto AI. And right here, you can choose to crop your image if you want to crop your image like that. Evoto is really amazing. And you have the basic adjustments which you have. So if you just click on this tab right here, for this filter, you can choose to add any filter if you want. And we also have the temperature. We have the exposure right here. You can add contrast, you can remove highlights from your image, you can remove the shadows, add shadows, just the basic adjustments we have in Lightroom, Photoshop, Capture One, any editing software. We have that inside this Evoto application. And we also have the curves. We have the HSL right here, which is hue, saturation, and luminance for color grading. And also we have color grading right here, which you can add specific colors to your shadow, highlights, and midtones. We have it right here. And also we have details right here. You can choose to add sharpen to your image. You can choose to reduce noise. You can choose to add noise to your image. And also we have the lens correction. And also we have the calibration right here, which I use often inside of Lightroom and Camera Raw. So this is really amazing. And this Evoto AI is specifically made for professional photographers and retouchers. It doesn't matter if you're a wedding photographer, portrait photographer, or a professional retoucher. This AI is going to give you high-end skill retouching when you use it. It's really amazing. And to get this AI, I'll be leaving a link where you can download this AI. And if you use the link in the description below, you're going to get 30 free credits. And 30 credits means you can edit 30 images if you use the link in my bio. And to retouch or edit image with this Evoto AI, it requires credits. Once you purchase this first plan right here, which is the $83.88, it means you are going to get 1,200 credits, which means you'll be able to edit 1,200 pictures with just $83.88. And if you buy the other plan, which is the $227.88, it means you are going to get 3,600 worth of credit, which means you can edit up to 3,600 worth of credit. And the good thing about this is that if you fail to finish using the credits before month end, it's going to roll over to the next month like that. So for example, let's say you purchase the one of 3,600 credits and you just use only 1,000 for the previous month. The remaining credits is going to roll over to the next month like that. So the price is really affordable compared to the amazing work this AI can actually do. As you can see from the explanation I did, it's really amazing and it's mind-blowing. I'm going to be doing a follow-up video for this AI because I feel it's really amazing. I'm just scratching the surface for this particular video. This video is just like an introduction video. I hope you enjoyed this video and actually learned something for this video. If you do, make sure to give it a like so more people can see this video and learn from this video as well. And if you want to learn how to color grade your image using Lightroom, Capture One, Photoshop, make sure to click on this video right here. I'll see you guys in my next video. Stay creative.